In another time. In another dimension. Bearded warriors. Trapped in an eternity of vapid space. Doomed to wander the galaxy. Broadcasting their nonsense to the void. This is StarCast.
Whoa, so we've already started.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to StarCast, a Star Citizen podcast.
Hello.
What was that? That was weird.
Oh, sorry. That was
Oh, you get a phone call? Very nice.
that was you tweeting.
It was? Oh,
Yeah.
could be, yeah. All right, everybody. So, yeah, got a full house tonight.
Have another one.
Have another one. What happened to Perfekt's name? Hold on, I'll fix that. Perfect. We are going to be giving away an Aurora tonight.
Aurora.
We're giving it away an Aurora. That'll be coming up here in a little bit. When we get close to that, I will explain the entire system and what's going to happen, how we're going to do the system. Basically, if you're here watching right now, you are now earning something called Domo coins. The more you watch, the harder that you watch, the more coins you get. And so you use these coins to buy raffle tickets, and then you're going to use those tickets to enter the drawing. That's pretty much how it's going to work. That will be very shortly. Hey, Zane, how you doing? If you have any questions at all, please write them in the brackets. You type in question, put it in brackets. Our super moderator, Mr. Bod, right here, will grab them all up and stick them in the chat for us. And we should be good to go. So, how's everybody doing tonight? How was the weather today out where you were?
Wonderful. 50 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really liking it.
It was very, very nice.
So, yeah. So, stuff.
Words?
70 here.
It was 70 out there in Cali?
I don't want to talk to you, Trendane.
I'd much rather have your temperatures. If you want to trade, I'm plenty happy.
Why? What's, is it get, I mean, oh, well, you don't really have seasons, I guess, right? Or do you?
Well, we have hot and dry and usually cold and wet, but we didn't really have much cold or much wet this year. So it was just kind of, This is how our entire winter has been. We got one good bout of rain, and it was not enough.
No, it wasn't enough. You've had to get like little sprinkles for the last months, and it probably would have been okay. But just a big drenching probably wasn't enough.
We got some decent temperatures over here. I think we're talking like 15 to 18 degrees. But
Core's got a Star Citizen shirt. Oh.
I do have a Star Citizen shirt.
I was looking at that.
That's the polo, right?
It's funny how my, laundry cycle and my podcast don't sync up all the time, but it did this time. It's like, but yes, no, we're we've got great freaking temperatures over here. I mean, it's not cold, sun's out constantly, but let's hope it keeps it up because it is the Netherlands and weather's change.
Even at night.
Even at night, it's already freezing cold.
Yeah, so it's going to be tonight. We're supposed to get temperature drop of about 30 degrees, and then it's going to snow up to 2 feet or more tomorrow. So here's the snow's melting. I'm looking at the street right now, and there's all these like water running down the street from all the snow melting. And then tonight we're going to get hammered again.
Yeah. And it's going to freeze. All that stuff's going to freeze.
Yep. Not happy at all.
Yeah, we had no snow this year, but last year our winter didn't start until January. And normally our winter starts in fucking November, and we have some snow until like the beginning of January, and then it remains cold for like another month. Last year it didn't start snowing until mid-January, and kept going until the end of March. And it was just like, fuck you, winter. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, last winter was really mild. This one is ridiculously cold.
I think we've just given you our winter. We don't know where we got it from, but we've now passed it on to you guys because we said fuck that shit.
Fair enough.
It's like badminton. You just tossed it over the pole to the other side.
So Trendane's wearing a little moist towelette on his head. We'll get into that in just a little bit.
It's not moist.
It's a non-moist towelette. Perfect's got one around his neck. I've got one right here that I was wearing around my neck, but I had to take it off.
It was moist earlier.
Moist is such a good word.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite words is moist. Okay, so we'll talk about that in just a second. First off, let's talk about the first thing, which is the next great starship. Take out this towel off because it's itching my neck.
Yeah, but I'll take this off until it's relevant.
So yeah, so this week, good week, lot of good ships, sort of.
Yes, this week was much better than last week.
Couple of duds. So, what stood out for you guys this week?
Well, the 42 million, mark was fun.
No. From the next great starship.
Oh,
we haven't got to the 42 million mark yet.
Sorry. I was wondering why it was so quiet.
He's still forward in time a little bit.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm trying to figure out which one I liked best out of the ones that were.
The problem is none of them are really finished. I mean, they were just first iteration concepts. That's all they really were. So it's hard to know. But if you had to take what they showed as the finished item, I'd probably say the last one.
We lost Harris.
From the Russians. I think it was Team Troika.
Oh my God, was awesome.
I think
they seem to know about their concept artist. They're like, oh, that's that guy, and he is the most amazing concept artist ever, and his stuff's really good.
So I'd have to say that's probably my favorite of the lot they showed this week.
Mm-hmm. The bad one was the upside down Twinkie hot cross buns one. It looked like a tub that somebody just stuck some sticks on the bottom and made those landing gear.
Starting to wonder if I was watching the right episode.
You don't remember that one? It was really squat and sort of.
It was number 4 from Vision Cuts. It was basically all gray. It was 3D modeled, but it was all like block gray. There was no detail or concept art on it.
This is the initial stage. I mean,
that's right.
We've seen some other ones that are just gray. Welcome back.
But
yeah, sorry about that.
That's okay.
Yeah, it was just very short and fat and squat.
Yeah. The one I didn't like was that big, bulky one.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Yeah, that was kind of ugly, I gotta say.
It was.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what it initially reminded me of, that shape. When I very first saw it, I just sort of looked at it and what?
It reminded me of like a lead sled, if you guys are into like old cars. Like an old Mercury. It's kind of fat, squat, and didn't really have much, like, it looked curvy, but not really a spaceship, like something out of a heavy metal movie or something like that. But
and that was also the one where it looked like they'd taken the either the Connie's cockpit and just sort of shrunk it down and shoved it on the front.
Yeah, that's a really good description of what it looked like.
Was that the one where you had the cockpit and the narrow neck going back to the ship?
No, that was okay. No, it was really pick up a loaf of bread, and that's what the shape looked like.
Yeah, I really like the 4 Horsemen one with the V wings that kind of went out like this and then they open and close.
They did that was cool, but they didn't like the functionality of that. But I thought it was kind of neat. They said it looked too Gundam style.
I like that though. That looked that looked really sweet. Especially like, it reminds me of the It's
This is something I didn't realize, but they're saying in the chat that Troika got a buy. That ship was a ship they showed was not the contest ship. All they showed was rough sketches, and hey, here's what our artist can do. I did not realize that.
They didn't really say that.
Wait, what? Who got a buy?
That's what Zane's saying about Troika, who had that really amazing looking black and yellow kind of ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that was originally an EMP, right, craft?
Mm-hmm.
That they actually just made into a gunship.
Yeah.
I saw that on the Star System base forums.
Prior
yeah.
to the thing.
They got a buy? Really?
Well, that's what they're saying. I guess maybe it's not... it wasn't the real thing. And Rios says that they don't like Troika's actual submission. Huh, I'll have to go back and watch that now, because I guess I thought that was the real thing. I was like, wow, that looks awesome.
Well,
But that's a little bit...
I mean, it was mainly just sketches they showed, and it didn't show anything in-game, in-engine. It was just those sketches were awesome, but... you know,
really great
they
sketches.
They didn't strictly stick to their rules, saying they needed something 3D in-game, but...
I mean, I liked it. I like the ones that like scream gunship. Like when I think of a gunship, I said this last week, I think I want it to be gun.
The very first one they showed was based off of the Hind. Looked the most gunship to me. I was like, that looks badass.
Yeah,
Like,
especially those giant.
I think it was.
yeah, Shima.
Yeah, especially those giant like pod racer engines.
Mm-hmm.
Those were sick.
Yeah, it does go wop, 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 wop. You know, you can just hear them doing that when they're flying to the space.
When you mentioned it last week, Perfect, I remember thinking, that's why it's called a gun ship, because gun is in the name before ship. I was going to say that last week and forgot to.
Cyborg said he had to watch it 2 times before he realized it, so that it wasn't their submission. So I guess we're not completely incompetent by just watching it once.
I've been misled.
Yeah.
Because that was the only reason I chose that team as my favorite, was because that last picture, I'm just like, well, if that's what the ship's going to look like, that's something that I'd get. But if that wasn't even close to what they're doing, then I'll stuff them. The Four Horsemen one was my second favorite one. The one that looked like it had 2 Halo Needlers.
Yeah.
End to end as
cool.
the engine pod.
Yeah.
So sick.
Definitely be a lot of fun to fly that thing. So I'm looking forward to this. Every week I'm starting to get more excited about these guys' ships because they're really talented. I'm glad I didn't enter this contest. I was thinking I'll enter the contest. I don't know what I can do, but I want to do something, and now I see that we wouldn't have made it. No matter what team, no team I was on would have made that.
These guys are incredible. I'm surprised the one-man teams are doing so well.
Yeah.
Like, that's incredible talent. Especially, like, I can't remember, the guy who was on last week at the end. What's his name? Something.
Isn't it? It's probably Chris. They've only got like 8
Yeah.
Chris's on the damn show.
Just start guessing Chris for everything. But yeah, that guy. He was incredible that he did the silhouettes, like all those little silhouettes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That
What
guy.
was it? Oh, yeah, I've actually got it written down here somewhere if I can find it.
You see, Trendane's going to get killed because he's wearing a red shirt tonight.
Skyguard Fabrications. That guy.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the guy.
Really talented. Super talented guy.
Yeah. I mean, being able to do everything by himself like that is really impressive. I mean, you can find somebody who's like a good concept artist, but they're not necessarily a good modeler. And you can find somebody who's, good at like engineering, but not necessarily a good concept artist or whatever. Like the guys from last week, the ones that caused all the controversy, really decent modelers, crap at concept.
Yep. It says withdrawn. They withdrew from the
Who did?
Team Catapult.
Oh, yeah, withdrawn. They were kicked out.
Withdrawn.
Withdrawn, yeah.
They resigned.
Yeah, because they still went into the even though they didn't get picked, they still go through to the round to get voted back in, like a wild card thing.
Yeah.
But if they've completely resigned, then they're not even eligible for that, I guess.
Yep, they got chucked.
Sir.
On like the wind. Bye-bye. So, how many more teams are left for next week? Well, next week will be, what, 5?
5,
or
I
6?
think.
Yeah.
5. Yeah, I think it's 5.
And then we go into wild card.
then the save, and yeah, because that'll be the end of phase 1.
Yes, sir. I'm looking forward to this. It's gonna be pretty awesome. At first, I kind of was just like, next great Starship. I was like, yeah.
I thought they were going to do it totally differently.
How so?
Well, I kind of thought it was just going to be more like, here's Perfekt Nerd's entry, and then everyone looks at it and vote on this website, and here's CoreofexisteNz entry, vote on this website. I didn't think it was going to be made into like such a like reality game show kind of thing.
I like it this way because it's actually, you get a lot of insight into their aesthetic preferences and their design preferences that you wouldn't really see outside of or in a normal like art update, because they talk about a lot of stuff on that show that they wouldn't normally talk about, sort of a public environment. It's almost like they're at an art round, like an in-house internal art roundtable, and they're discussing sketches, and it's actually really cool to get that vibe.
Get that vibe, yeah. All right. Everyone's kind of tired tonight. I actually got a pretty good sleep last night. We'll get going here pretty soon.
We'll get going.
Yeah, it's Core's fault. He's just not talking tonight.
Yeah, what's up, Core?
You're talking about TNGS. How many times must I explain my position on this show?
Okay.
He doesn't watch it.
Okay.
It's not that I don't enjoy the show. It's just that I start watching, and then as soon as the first set of pretty pictures comes along, I just, oh, look, there's Imperium stuff to do over here. Let me just answer this PM real quick. And then I look back and like, oh, we're 25 minutes in. Oh, I'll just answer this PM then, I guess. And then
I love it
over.
because it's like, it's almost like EverQuest's Next Landmark, where you get to see other people's creativity. You kind of see how people think, like what their thought processes are, and I think it's cool. I think as an artistic medium, it's a neat process to go through.
Yeah, I think I have the crutch of not being an actual artist myself, not musically or graphically or anything like that, and I think that as a streamer that is a little bit of a negative point, because I do need to do all these things and I do need to keep up to date with it, but yeah, I like I said, I just don't have that spark.
Fair enough. All right, well I guess let's move on then. Going up to topic number 2, and it's not showing up. What the hell? Well, topic number 2. I have to. Oh, sorry about that. It's supposed to be, do you have your towel? And I don't. It's not showing up. Is it like on the screen somewhere? I just can't see it.
Yes.
All right.
Prepared for space travel.
So, Chris Roberts is obviously a huge fan of Douglas Adams and The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And why do we say that? Because the $42 million stretch goal, Squadron 42, and all this other stuff that relates to 42 is a huge part of the book, TV series, of the book Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and it's amazing. It's if you're into comedy and into space type of things, science fiction comedy, you can't find a better set of books than The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and obviously they're big fans of it over there, because pretty much everything mentioned in the $42 million stretch goal has to relate somehow to, is relating somehow to The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So, Mr. Perfekt Nerd, would you like to explain the final item on the $42 million goal list? Is a...
I would love to.
It's a towel.
It is a towel.
All right, so what about the towel?
So, if you have not read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, allow me to elucidate for you
Ooh, good word.
what exactly the significance of a towel is in terms of interstellar travel. So, a towel has an incredible number of uses. It's probably the most, according to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, it is about the most massively useful thing an interstellar hitchhiker can have. So it has great practical value, right? In terms of the ridiculous number of things you could do with it. But for me, I think the most important thing is the towel's immense psychological value, right? So it's like a mother, right, in space. It's like a substitute for your mother in space. Like, it comforts you, and you can snuggle with it, and if you want to, you can tell it all your secrets, and it won't judge you. If you get beaten up, you can call it crying, and it'll absorb all of your tears. It's really quite a wonderful piece of gear, and I think that the fact that everybody's going to have one is just incredible, and it's probably the most important stretch goal that we've had to date.
I would like to
elucidate.
Well, no, just send. I think my life is broken. I never had. Apparently, judging by that description, I never had a mother. So,
I'm sorry, Trendane.
Yeah, well.
Well, you can get a towel, and it's
yeah. Well, not if it's gonna be like that. Not if it's gonna be like that. No, especially not telling the secrets to thing.
We can always just watch South Park and just watch that little thing get high.
Yeah, that's Towel Lee.
Yeah,
a little different towel, different type of towel.
Hey, but at least he gives you the same advice.
Pretty much, yeah, I guess.
What? He says, "Don't forget to bring a towel."
That's from Hitchhiker's Guide also. Matter of fact, when the book, even if you guys don't want to read the whole thing, read like the first chapter of the very first book, just the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Arthur Dent is about ready to lose his house from an intergalactic Vogons fleet that's going to run.
Well, no.
What?
They're running a highway through.
They're running a highway through. Yeah, he's going to lose his house.
It's not an intergalactic thing, though.
It is. The Vogons are coming through.
No, that's separate. When he wakes up, he's wandering around. He's in the bathroom. He looks out the window. He sees a bulldozer.
Right.
Yellow.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
They're running a highway.
But indirectly, yes, they're running a highway through his house, and there happens to be at the same exact time an alien fleet that's going to be blowing up the Earth to make a intergalactic highway.
Highway.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. So one way or the other, he's losing his house, and so they pick him up, and before that happens, Ford Prefect, his friend, grabs a couple of towels and tells him, "You need a towel." And some peanuts and beer.
And a babel fish.
And a babel fish, which he gets later on. But anyway, that's what's in there. So what other things are in the stretch goal that have to do with Squadron 40, or not Squadron 42, with Hitchhiker's Guide? There was a couple other things.
What's there?
The Galactopedia.
Yeah, the Galactopedia. The Observist portion of the Galactopedia, which is supposed to be the Hitchhiker's Guide, or the Star Citizen version of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Something that at least in the you didn't hear it in the book, but you definitely heard it in the thing. One of the things that the Hitchhiker's Guide had was a really nice voice. You know what I think the Observist Galactic Guide needs?
A really nice voice.
A really nice voice.
I agree.
Does any of you guys ever watch the BBC series on the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Yes. Yeah. That's how I got introduced to it. That
is, my opinion, the best version of it. If you're going to watch a video version, way better than the crap movie that was made in Hollywood.
Fuck the movie. And I mean, pardon my French, but fuck that piece of shit.
It was terrible.
Skip that, throw it out, and then just go download Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and when it says AVI at the end, you tell it to go fuck itself and look for the thing that is actually like 4 gigs, not the movie, but about a 6-part episode.
It's a BBC show, and it was made with about $1.25, but it is way better than that movie that was made for hundreds of billions of dollars.
You can you should also get, if you can, there's a book, like the actual, just Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, but it's all the books.
Mm-hmm.
That is also fantastic. I mean, but if you just want to read one book, read the first book, because it's incredible. My favorite part about those books is besides like the main story, it's like those little in-between chapters that are like in italics. They're like little asides from the excerpts from the Hitchhiker's Guide about different things in the universe. They're ridiculously funny.
I even had an old book. I've lost it since, but it was a great big book it was a guide to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It was a big hardcover thing with a lot of pictures that were concept art and stuff like that. I wish I had that. I've lost it a long time ago, but I remember that was kind of a neat book. All right, so that's the $42 million stretch goal. 41 we're in the middle of right now, so that's the procedurally generated planets. Yay! And I don't know. I'm starting to get to wonder if they can keep up with all these things that keeps. Every time I hear Chris Roberts, I was listening to 10 for Chairman, and somebody's like, do you think we can make toast in space? Yeah, we're planning on having space toasters. And, it's like everything somebody asks, he's pretty much like, yeah, that's coming in the game, yeah. So.
Well, he does cherry pick the questions.
That's
I
true,
mean,
too.
they're not really controversial questions. They're not really questions anymore that truly, answer the questions that 90% of the people are asking.
Mm-hmm.
No, now the questions are really, well, let's just say I do the exact same thing now with 10 for the Chairman that I do for TNGS. And that started about 2 weeks ago. And today, I turned on 10 for the Chairman, reluctantly. And I was working on SCB on the Imperium forums, and I don't even remember what the questions were about.
It's getting bad, yeah. And the funny part is, a weird thing, I was looking at the 10 for Chairman episode on YouTube, and they have got to do something differently because it's so hard to find what the latest ones are, latest videos. It's always like some video from February or August, and they're always, those are the ones listed first. I'm like, you have to dig to try to find the latest one. Anyway, I digress. And I was looking at it, and there are no comments. None. Zero. I'm like, wait a second. This is like Robert Space Industries here. This is from Chris Roberts, and nobody left a comment. Maybe my YouTube's broken or something, but there was not a single comment. It said, no comments. Would you like to do the first one? I'm like, no, but maybe that's why nobody else did either.
That's probably what everyone else was thinking.
Yeah.
Do I want... no.
No, guess not.
Well, I think most people are posting in the com link rather than the YouTube.
Yeah,
but
sure.
Yeah. I would like to illustrate, though, this is one point that I'd like to illustrate about where they have gone with these stretch goals. And it's the poll at the end of the 40 million letter from the Chairman. I'd like to read out, if I may,
Yeah.
next player reward stretch goals that they're offering. A new ship's gun.
You're gonna
An
use one
additional
from the-
hangar room. C, updated scanner software. D, bonus UEC.
Free money.
Yeah, a new role-specific outfit.
What, like nurse?
Okay.
Nurse outfit.
Space nurse.
Honestly, though, this seems more realistic stretch goals because adding more planets and ships and stuff is just adding more time to the game not coming out.
The fact that they're leaving it absolutely vague, except for... I knew... Once I saw them, I'll let you read out the rest, but the next one you're going to read is the UEE Space Combat Marine outfit
Yes, sir.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knew that was going to win. Why? Because it was the only thing that wasn't vague as... Everything else was like, unspecified outfit? Some cash.
Sexy nurse.
Mystery object. Or you want this cool, awesome marine combat. No, you don't want this. We'll just take this away. Anyway, carry on.
They were loaded
All right.
questions.
A dashboard decoration.
Oh, I want a little hula doll.
$1 million dashboard decoration.
I want the one from Far Cry 3, the one with the little male head and the...
Yeah. That would be engine tuning kit. Ship skin. A space plant.
Yes.
And a mystery object.
The thing that scares me the most is the mystery object has 15% of the vote. That is so
voted for the
scary.
mystery object.
Because there is less vague words in mystery objects than there is a new costume roll outfit thing specific for something random that we don't know yet. Probably nurse related.
It could be a space janitor outfit for all you know. It might not be a nurse's outfit.
Oh, that would be disappointing. I want a sexy nurse outfit.
It might be a golfer's outfit. Who knows?
Oh, space golfer.
Mystery object is going to be a giant dildo.
If they can make the mystery object whatever the hell they want. They could have already, have come up with a list like, all right, we'll make the mystery object. We'll make it just a tiny shit nugget, and we'll just throw it out there for them because no one's gonna. Oh, they all voted for it. Fuck.
You guys watch Family Guy?
Yes.
Yes.
You know the part where they go to the he wins a boat, and
he
has a boat, or he has the option for the empty box, or what something that could be in the empty box.
Not an empty box.
Yeah.
A mystery box.
Mystery box.
And I'm gonna go for that mystery box because forget the boat.
Yeah.
I don't know what
The
could be
mystery
in
box can be anything, but the boat is a boat.
Yeah.
See, when you mentioned a mystery object, the first thing that came to mind was some friends of mine who have a company, which Zane will probably remember, called Bad Dragon. And I thought, whatever the mystery object is, it's probably made by Bad Dragon, which would cause everyone to flee screaming, I imagine.
Very nice.
Yes.
Hey guys, hey Burke, hey Yoka Rose, how you guys doing tonight? All right, well, what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be going into our Q&A time in just a minute, but before we do that, we're going to be giving away a ship. So you guys can just veg out for a few minutes, because this is going to take me a few minutes to explain. Take a nap, watch some TV, look at 10 for Chairman again, all that. All right, so this week I'm going to go into a really detailed description, but following giveaways will not be as this detailed. So if you're watching this on YouTube later on, I'll put a skip annotation. You can skip this whole crap and go right to the Q&A time. Okay. All right. So we're giving away an Aurora. We're giving away a Aurora. How this is going to work is we have a new loyalty system here on the channel. It's called Domo Coins, and basically the longer you watch, the harder you watch, the more coins you get. If you are a regular follower of the show, you get 1 Domo coin every 15 minutes. If you're a subscriber of the channel, you get 2 Domo coins every 15 minutes. The more Domo coins you have, the more tickets you'll be able to buy, because we're going to be selling raffle tickets with a built-in system with the Domo for Domo coins. So it'll be 1 Domo coin per raffle ticket. Okay? If you just showed up here for the very first time tonight, you already have Domo coins. All right? You just too tight. Everyone's doing it in the chat right now. It's ! Domo coins, tells you how many Domo coins you have. You can buy a single ticket with a raffle with the Domo coins, so it is available to everyone. No purchase necessary. Blah blah blah. Before we do the actual giveaway, I need everybody to go to the link here. It says right there, it's a bit.ly Domo TOS. That is the new terms of service that we have to do here on Twitch. I have to explain this. Basically, Twitch has come up with a couple of new rules. Towley, one of the largest Twitch channels, matter of fact, I think it was like their very first partner, had his channel banned. And the reason it was banned is he was selling entry into contests. So he was saying, if you donate more than $50, I will put your name into the hat to draw for this video game I got for free. And that pissed off some people, apparently, and they reported it to Twitch. Twitch basically had to close his channel down because the the Federal Trade Commission, I guess, here in America, said, no, can't do that. And so that's the new terms of service that they've come up with. You have to go to the website there, look at the terms of service, and then when you enter the contest, you're basically saying you agree with those terms of service that I've shown you there. I'm not going to go over all of them tonight. Just go ahead and have a look there while I'm chatting away of how this works. Okay? Hey, Werewolf. All right. So I'm going to open the raffle here in just a minute, and we're going to start our Q&A time. And then at some point after maybe 15 minutes or so, we'll stop the Q&A time, we'll give the ship away, and we'll go back to the questions, because this is going to take a little while. It's the very first time you guys have used it. It's the very first time, well, it's actually the second time I've done this, but it's still a pretty new system. So let me tell you how you go ahead and purchase tickets. I'm going to turn the raffle on. When I turn it on, you're just going to type in !ticket, and then after that, it will... You put in the number of tickets you would like to buy. So you say !ticket 3. Okay? So it's going to cost you 3 of your Domo coins to buy 3 tickets. That means you've entered 3 times. Win, lose, or anything, you're going to lose those coins. Alright, so be sure those are the coins you want to use for this particular ship that we're giving away. I'm going to then close the raffle. The raffle will draw the winner. It's a bot that's running on the Twitch right now. It'll close the raffle. It'll pull the winner out. It will mention the winner's name, and then that person will win the Aurora. Okay? It's pretty simple. It sounds super complicated, but it's not. All you have to do is type in ticket, the number of tickets you want to purchase, and you can verify how many tickets you purchased by typing in Domo coins again, and it'll say at the end, like say you have 100 Domo coins and you bought 2 tickets, it'll say 100 parentheses 2. That means 2 of those 100 are used for the raffle. Okay? All right.
To really fast, I'm linking in the chat
Mm-hmm.
the RSI store page for the Aurora. So this is the package that you're gonna get.
Mm-hmm. This was donated by Mr. Stakas. It is a complete...
Stakas.
It is. It's a complete package. It's the complete Aurora package. You can start doing alpha and beta with this package right off the bat. Okay, this week we're giving away an Aurora. We have a couple of other Auroras we're giving away. We have a 300i and an Avenger coming up. So if this ship doesn't interest you that much and you want to keep earning the coins and save it for one of the other ships, you can more than welcome to do that too. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and start the raffle.
So is there like a coin miner that we can set up to start mining Domo coins?
Yeah, no.
People have been trying.
People have been trying, but there is no Domo.
They've been opening up Domo's channel in a separate window and leaving it open constantly in the hope that just the more times they have, or the longer they have it open, the more coins they'll get.
But the system knows about that.
Fool on them. But fool on them, because it works out that unless you refresh every time he goes live again, it doesn't actually add any coins. So people have been leaving it on and just letting it go, and they're not accumulating coins because they haven't refreshed it every time he starts a new stream. So,
Right,
Neener.
the raffle is open. Each ticket costs 1 Domo coin, and you can buy a maximum of 1,000 tickets. So you type in !tickets, or is it ticket? Hold on.
Ticket.
Is it tickets?
where is it? We've got the perfect link for that.
Yeah, it's just ticket. ! Ticket, and then the number of tickets. You can verify. You bought the tickets by just typing in ! Domo coin. Like I said, this is really clunky right now, guys. It will get easier later on. I promise.
Yeah, it's just one of those like adaptations you had to make on the fly.
Yeah, it was last minute. Because we wanted to do this giveaway, StarCast went and got us all these ships, and then this all happened, like in between him getting us the ships.
Because it was going to be really easy, but thanks, Twitch.
Yeah.
Because I got a Domo ticket.
I got a Domo ticket. If you're a subscriber, you can type in Domo. What is it? Domo CN. Yeah. Domo CN. Domo capital CN, and it puts a Domo coin on there. Domo CN, like that.
It sounds like Spanish.
Domo CN.
Domo CN.
Siete, ocho, nueve. All right, guys, we can go ahead and start Q&A time, and then in probably maybe 15 minutes we'll do the drawing. We'll make it 18 minutes, so it's exactly on the hour. So on the hour, we'll do the drawing to give away the rare. You guys have about 20 minutes to get this sorted out. If you have any questions, just type in Geekdomo, the word Geekdomo, and then ask your question, because it'll mark it red for me, and then I can see that you guys are trying to get my attention. All right, so I'll let you guys handle the Q&A for right now while I'm handling this part, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Trendane.
Would you like to be the question asker, Mr. Trendane?
Oh, let me go back to Skype and somebody else was talking to me, so I wasn't paying attention because you told me not to. Yes. Yes, I can do that. Question number 1 is apparently from StarCast.
No, the first 3 questions are actually from Chuko 2013 from the Geekdomo forum.
You have your own forum?
Yeah, we've got a forum.
You have your own. You've got your own cryptocurrency. You've got your own forum. What the hell am I doing wrong? Okay, so the first question from Chuko is: Chris hinted that there might be first person. I guess that's FPS, first person shooting instead of frames per second. Mm-hmm. Which it's kind of funny because he put FPS shooting, which is first person shooting.
Redundancy.
Sorry. Chris hinted that there might be first person shooting on the asteroid mining complex. Will it be solely be first person shooting, or will we have elements of a third person view?
Go ahead, Stocks.
I was going to say he actually answered that question in the last 10 for the chairman.
Yeah.
He stated that basically it's primarily going to be first person. He wasn't sure that there was going to be an element of third person, but for combat, primarily it was going to be only first person because the development team, and we don't know who they are, but we're going to say they're probably someone from Cryotech or someone who developed Crysis. So if you know Crysis, you know it's pretty much solely first person. So that's what it's going to be like, I guess.
Yep.
And
I think it's,
go ahead.
I think it's also important to note that what Chris specifically said was that, yes, it can be sometimes be very nice to look at how good you're dressed. Well, sorry, Chris, but you can do that in the fucking social mod while you're standing around jerking each other off, talking to each other. But when you're fucking trying to shoot someone, only thing that's important to you is the goddamn gun in your hand and the fucking enemy you're trying to shoot. I do not want to be looking at my fucking character's ass, no matter how hot she may be.
Well, more than that, I think, I mean, for first person, when you're actually in combat, the HUD is really important, like your radar and all that stuff. But I think having a third person view for, like, you know, hangar only, like in the social module and all that stuff, that's fine, because you want to be able to watch your character enter a ship slowly.
There's also the fact that from a third-person view, you would be able to see around corners that you would not be able to see around in first person.
There's that, the balance.
So, and in regards to HUDs, I really hope they'll be very minimalistic in FPS when it comes to Star Citizen, unless you buy a specific helmet that allows you to see certain things and plugins and mods, and then I'm okay with it. But if you just go, here's a HUD, this is your shield, this is the, I'm just go, fuck this is bullshit. So tired of all these HUDs. But that's me.
Next question. Is there going to be space combat with a HUD similar to the Freelancer, or will it solely be in the cockpit?
Foreshadowing. Sorry, go ahead.
They answered this. I think he answered this question not in this time for the chairman, but in a previous something. I can't remember. There is going to be. So if you're in third-person view, you lose your HUD. So it's solely in the cockpit view that you have access to your HUD. If you zoom out to the third-person view in your ship, you might be able to see more, I guess, a little bit more, probably not all that much more, but you will lose access to your HUD and your aiming reticule and all that stuff. So,
and for the whiny dickheads who say, but they do it in Eve, the reason, A, that's Eve, B, the reason they do it in Eve is you are transferring your perspective to a camera drone that is following you, and the drone itself has a parallax HUD that calculates the difference. Shut up!
There's also no interior to any of the ships.
And there's...
Yep.
So there.
But, yeah, I think when people say HUD, they still have the contextual thing in their head where they're thinking it's an overlay on the screen that technically doesn't interact with the screen. Yet in Star Citizen, it's supposed to be that all these visual aids, these heads-up displays, are part of the ship, not part of your screen. So when you look too far to the right, you might not be able to see your ammo gauge because you've looked too far away from that side of the cockpit. And you know, that kind of, you know, means it's not a heads-up display. It's more of just a cockpit, which is exactly what it's supposed to be.
I thought it was actually that the ship is transferring the information to your helmet.
Oh, hold on a second. Hey, Raiders, got the Romantics are raiding us right now. That's awesome.
Romantics.
Welcome, Raiders.
How you doing?
Hello.
We're right in the middle of a giveaway, guys. So come on in. You can actually all enter if you want. Once you're here, you start earning these Domo coins. Just like Wes has his levels, we do coins. So once you're here, you can type an exclamation point Domo coin, and you find out, or Domo coins. Like, go ahead, guys, show them how to do it. Rating the podcast, awesome. All right.
Do we think any of them are single?
I don't know. Is any single men out there for Trendane?
Now they all leave.
The viewers just dropped to 6.
We're just seeing more hearts.
Lots and lots of hearts. Lots of love coming over here
Is that
from
what
the
those
Romantics.
are? I
Feel
thought
the
those
love
were...
right now. It's intense.
Yeah, it's great. Thank you guys for showing up. All right, so go ahead, continue on with your thought. I'm sorry I interrupted.
It's okay. The other thing, there's a scene in a movie that reminds me of exactly what you were saying. That was in The Last Starfighter, where Alex, Grig is explaining to Alex how everything works, and he kind of turns and everything disappears. He's like, where'd it go? He said, it's still there, but it's only visible when you look straight ahead. And he kind of turns back and it all comes back into view. Same, kind of thing, sort of.
And what you're saying is not completely wrong. It is going to be sort of slaved into the helmet, Perfect, but you can't expect all the data to be there all the time, because then all you're seeing is raw data, and then you've got the whole Eve syndrome going on again.
Yes. So it's nice, I think, and I think there'll probably be some level of HUD customization, so you'll be able to, if you want to, if you just want your aiming reticule and you want to shove all the stuff off of the screen while you're just in combat, or have it so that only when you look to your right will some of the stuff show up, I'm sure you'll be able to do that.
Yeah.
If you guys are interested in the giveaway, we're doing it in 9 minutes, so you have a chance to enter now if you want. Go ahead. I'll type the rules in. You guys can, for those just showing up, here's the rules for the giveaway. Go ahead and go to that website, and it'll give you the terms of service, which will also give you the procedure of how to do it. And thanks so much for everybody who's following me. I'll get to you in just a minute. We're in the middle of our Q&A time, so go ahead.
So, next question. When Santa Clara goes live, when Santa Cruz goes live, when Star Citizen goes live, is there going to be a guild called the Bearded Warriors? I'd like to apply, if so.
We'll be well, I think we're all Imperium for the most part. So I think we'll, except for Trendane.
Except for Trendane.
So we're all kind of already in a guild. We can form a squadron.
Yeah.
Warriors. That might be fun.
We'll be the
Until
Vapid
you get
Warriors.
your face shot off.
At the very least, we'll be or one of us is a girl. It might not work out so well.
Could be a dwarf.
It could be a dwarf, yes.
It could be, yeah.
But we could. We're definitely going to be like flying stuff together, and we'll definitely be live streaming the dogfighting module together, and kicking it in general. So
to verify if you entered the giveaway, you just type in Domo coins. It should say how many coins you own currently and how many are in the raffle in brackets, in parentheses. So go ahead, continue, guys. I just have to help out the new people.
The next question from Cyberwolf74, our resident question-o-matic, is the $42 million goal includes an Explorer-class Moby Class. Does this mean that there is going to be a Bounty Hunter-class Moby Class, Trader-class Moby Class, and so on? Hooker-class Moby Class.
I'd like the Hooker-class Moby Class.
yes,
You've got
incredibly important for immersion.
Let's see here, sweetie. You've got 3 hours, so this will rack you up.
Exactly, and it's got augmented reality, so she could scan it over the good parts.
Yeah, but you're gonna need. I gotta say, you have to include a pimp class Moby Glass.
That comes in the form of a stain.
Oh.
The stain. A cane. Jesus Christ.
A cane, yes.
Have a cane.
It's on a cane with a Moby Glass on
the cane
top.
down, and then the Moby Glass comes up.
He just walks up to some girl. Hey, girl. Boom. Damn, you fine.
Exactly.
You want to work for me? Let me see what you got. Mm-hmm.
You can be my bottom bitch. I digress.
Yeah.
Another integrated episode.
Yeah, we're sorry about that. For the new people just showing up, we get a little crazy on this show. So
They've not said anything about any other class. I mean, this is the first thing that they've ever mentioned anything about any sort of class of Moby Glass, other than just a normal thing that you get. So, I mean, this is supposed to be a specific treat to those who pledged before the 42 million mark. So, I don't know. I guess it's possible if they can do it for one class. I don't think they're just calling it that because it comes with extra information preloaded onto it already for those who are, anyone that comes after that sort of information, you'd have to either, they say you'd have to trade for it or go exploring for that sort of info. So I'm not sure that it's specifically a physical style of Moby Glass.
I think what it is, it's kind of just, it's an aesthetic thing and kind of a convenience thing for explorers. So it's probably going to be set up with easy access stuff for information that explorers need. And I think that they'll probably will come out with like a bounty hunting module for Mobile and be like, hey, customize your Mobile to make it easier to find contracts and things like that. And for traders, it's like, hey, here's here's look at the stock market, and here's how these raw materials are doing, and it's just sort of there's things on the basic Mobile display that it'll fit different styles of play. But yeah, I think they will definitely come out with that stuff, but probably not right away.
Very exciting stuff.
Sorry, Rico just said that he wanted a Trendane decal on his Mobiglass, and I'm just horrified to imagine what that
I know exactly what it's going to look like.
I know, but I'm not going to do it.
No, but I'm thinking, you're going to show up and they're going to do that full body scan of you, and they're going to turn that into.
Oh my god!
Turn that into
the Vandal Queen.
The Vandal Queen.
and then Core has to, well.
No, it's.
Can we get that? Can we get that YouTube link in the chat?
I got it.
What is this?
Oh no,
guys! Watch that link in the chat.
That's what it's gonna
do.
That is awesome.
Oh my god, it's the most amazing.
And he's wearing the same shirt. That's so funny.
Yeah, I am.
This was recorded just now before the show.
No, it's been a while.
It was. Somebody was like, "Oh my god, what are you doing?" I said, "I'm rubbing that rabbit's foot." It's
a 2 minute.
That's all I'm doing.
The best part is how your eyes sort of start off in different directions.
I was watching because one of them was like, "Yeah," I was like, "How the hell did I do that?"
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Maybe one eye's controlled by one nipple and the other one's
I don't think so, because they don't do anything. They're completely vestigial. They're like Lee press-on nipples. They just don't nothing. Should I continue? I think I'll continue.
No. This is not a meat spin link this time.
No.
We're not doing meat spin again.
No more meat spin.
Next.
The YouTube version of Meat Squid. Next question.
Before we get to the next question, real quick, you guys have 2 minutes before we're going to do the drawing. So I'm not talking. I'm not talking.
So go watch that video. That's your 2 minutes.
Exactly. No, I just want to let you know you have 2 minutes to get your coins, and that's it. Remember, if you get a coin, just type in !ticket and then the number of coins you want. All right, go ahead.
Okay. And remember, there's like a 30-second delay between the time that you say that and they actually hear it.
You guys have only a minute and 30 seconds now. No, just kidding.
So the next question, also from Cyberwolf74, is: does anybody else think the Gladius, the $42 million ship? Okay. I lost my place now. $42 million ship sounds like a military version of the Mustang, only worse.
Why worse?
I presume then he doesn't like the Mustang.
Oh, I like the Mustang.
I like the Mustang. The Mustang looks sick.
Yeah, for a starter ship, I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think it'll just be like an Aurora contender, to be honest, what they were talking about with the Gladius. Probably. It feels like not an Aurora contender, 300i contender.
Okay, so it's a more fancy, upgraded model.
Well, it'll be an Aegis ship. It'll be an Aegis ship. An Aegis-generated military fighter. But since Aegis is not the current contractor for military ships, it's Anvil, it'll be an outdated, cheaper version of the Hornet. So it'll be something along the lines of a 300i.
It'll be more than capable. Actually, probably more like the Avenger, because the Avenger was also an older period military ship as well. Mm-hmm. It's probably based around that same period.
It's like a Model T, I can't. Minus the crank, obviously. It's like the Star Citizen version, the 2952 version of the Model T. Where
I just think it's so funny how. I'm sorry that I cut in. I just think it's so funny how it again says it's the most nimble ship in its class, yet it is so on its last legs that it is about to be replaced. It's just like.
I don't know. There's some 1960s cars that are pretty nimble still, I guess.
Being the most nimble ship in its class and almost out of...
Okay, hang on now. You're going to have to qualify that statement because cars from the 60s were pretty much just hunks of steel.
Yeah, but there's some nimble ones from back then.
Like you hit a tree and the tree died.
Like an MG. Pretty nimble.
Yes.
The old Jaguar. Pretty nimble.
What? Jaguars are old,
That's-
heavy
yeah.
junks.
No, no, I'm talking
They
the
are.
'60s one, like the what's the
Like
number?
my mom
Come on,
had.
Bod,
The
help me out
E-type.
here. You're from the aisle over there.
The E-type, the one with a
E-type, yeah.
giant
Big ass
V12 in the front of
nose.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a tank.
Not if they get a
It's-
convertible.
Not nimble, exactly.
It's not nimble. It's a giant bathtub with a
It
V12
can avoid
on
a
it.
bulldozer on the road if there's at least 20 minutes of lead time.
We were amazed that thing even had wheels. It looked so much like a straight rocket.
It's awesome. It's rocket.
Back,
All right.
back in the 70s, my mom had an XJ12.
Oh,
And
wow, that's a big car.
eventually the windshield wipers stopped working, and
Oh,
rather
yeah.
than fix them, she just had me lean my head out the window and tell her when to turn.
I just got rid of a Land Rover
Yeah.
about 6 months ago because the windows stopped rolling down. I lost 2 headlights every, 6 months. I had to replace both of my lamps. Pretty much everything electrical in that thing just died. Bod, why do you guys make such crap electrical stuff with your Lucas crap?
Because it's so wet over there.
It is. Yeah, you would think that would be better.
You'd hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, there's one thing you're forgetting that's going to make this ship awesome, and
What's
that's it's designed from start to finish in the UK. You know?
All right.
So it's going to break down.
It'll
every
probably
6
electrical
weeks.
problems coming out of its
It's gonna be-
ass.
Hang on,
Come on,
calling
it's
it. Gonna be
gonna
the
be
first one
waterproof.
done. It's gonna be the next ship that's available.
It probably will be.
It's going to be waterproof. So that's-
And it's gonna
that's important.
it's gonna have one of those retarded problems. Like for instance, it has like really bad fuel efficiency, and the fuel injection ports are really bad, and it just doesn't amp up to the same engine speeds as a normal ship could. But when a German engineer looks at it and goes, "Hey, if we just flip the tank like this, it fixes all the problems." Why
Right.
didn't
I had
anyone
to-
in fucking Britain do this shit?
I had to grab this because Vodka Moon just mentioned something that I didn't mention.
What?
The 1965 Shelby Cobra. The body of the car weighs about 6 ounces, and the engine is enough horsepower to power a jet engine, or a jet fighter. So it's nimble, sort of, if you don't have to turn. All right, okay, that's enough of that crap.
And that's about 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's about 2 minutes. Let's go ahead and get on with this drawing because everyone's here going tickets, tickets. All right, everybody. So you should have your tickets. One last warning: while I'm getting this thing set up to do the giveaway, you type in !ticket and the number of tickets you would like. There you go. We're gonna do the drawing. Let's see. Okay, so what happens is I'm gonna type in the command to stop the raffle. The thing will draw from all of you guys that have bought tickets. It'll tell how many tickets were purchased, and then it'll tell you who the winner is and how many tickets they purchased, and that's it. That's the person who's going to win this drawing here. So that's it. Here we go. Let's go.
Yay.
This is your fair warning. I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds because there's a bit of a lag, and then I'm going to run it.
So we want to do one more question. Meanwhile?
Not in 30
Okay.
seconds. This is exciting. No, don't do a question. Everyone's so excited. Look at the chat is going nuts with the people buying tickets. Tickets. Slathar dumped his load to get this. He had 195
He shot
tickets.
his load.
He shot his wad to get this prize.
He's got his towel.
Okay, here we go.
That's what it sounds like when people shoot their load.
You know, I'm going to disagree.
886 tickets were purchased. And the winner is Nergobert! Yeah, Nergobert! He's a longtime viewer. That's awesome, Nergobert. Nergobert won.
100 tickets purchased. He also blew his load.
He blew his load too. Congrats, Nergobert. That's fantastic.
So wasteful. God damn.
Yeah, 100 tickets. Wow. You really want this Aurora.
All right, Nergobert, I need you to send me a message on Twitch with your Star Citizen email account. Don't give me the login and stuff. Just tell me what your email address is for Star Citizen, and I can gift you the Aurora. Congratulations.
Yay!
That's awesome.
Well done, sir.
Well done. Oh, that's
Join my
like,
ship.
people are like, that's a huge delay. SgtStakas. Now, you don't do that. You don't chase him around going, that was my chip once. Like in the universe, you're like tailing behind him.
That's good. I'm glad Nergobert got the ship.
Yeah, that's great.
He's now officially sucked into Star Citizen.
Hey, using all your tickets does work.
That's right, Ned.
Dazzler 2 Dirks, yeah, he blew all of his tickets. He had 33, and he won EverQuest Next Landmark the other day. So he threw all of his in, too.
I don't even know how I have 77 Domo coins.
If you're a subscriber, you get 2 coins every 15 minutes. If you're just a follower, you get 1 coin every 15 minutes.
But you mean like even when you're offline?
No, I have to be online and stream.
When you're watching the stream.
Yeah.
But that's why, I mean, since when do we have this Domo coin system in place?
About a week now.
Well, I haven't watched you this week. I don't think. I haven't even been here this week. How do I get 77 points? I don't.
Well, in the very beginning, it wasn't working correct, and so I did give everybody, I think, like 20 tickets in the very beginning, the people that were there. So you might have got that. I gave everybody 20 tickets in the beginning.
Why is that, Core? So you can win an Aurora to park inside?
Yeah, really. What do you need in a frickin' Aurora for? You got like 12 of them already.
I'm saving them all up so that, once upon a time in the future when you do a giveaway that is completely unrelated to Star Citizen, I will just use all of them and people will be like, you had 17,000? And I'll be like, yeah.
Break the system.
All right, I guess we can go back to Q&A, but before we do, real quick, I just want to thank everybody coming over here from Wes's stream, the We Are the Romantics. This is awesome. I really, really appreciate it, and I really appreciate all the new followers. We picked up probably 15 or 20 new followers just from that. So, mega awesome, cool. Thank you so much. And we're giving away a new ship every week, so if you guys like the show, come on over and hang out here with us after Wes is done at night. All right.
Hey, I got a suggestion. If you like this stuff, then maybe you should follow all of us.
Oh, yeah, great.
bit.ly/beardwar.
Yep. There it is. Perfekt Nerd just put it in the chat. It's you click on that, you can follow all of us in one click. Boop.
Not me, though.
Except Trendane, because he refuses to make a Twitch channel.
I have a Twitch channel. I just never do anything with it.
He does not stream.
He's going to do the nipple rub for 8 hours.
No, I am not.
He's going to stream. First thing he streams is the nipple rub.
Yep.
For 24. Twitch plays Trendane nipple.
Oh, no, God, that would be horrible.
It's just the direction.
Up, left, right, press 1, 2.
I know so many people who would do that. Oh, my God.
You just do it. Please do it.
Oh, God.
Break out the electrical toys.
You know, weird stuff.
God. And then age lock the whole channel and everything. Shall I go back to the question?
Yes. Up,
Yes.
down, left, right.
Let's have a nice, pure, innocent question.
Okay.
Will Corey use the $42 million towel to wipe himself off after a hot, sweaty, I presume, sex night with the Vandal Queen?
Good.
Thank you for specifying.
Why not?
Sex.
It's a towel. It's what it's used for.
Not like this.
It's
Well,
fine.
the towel be in any condition.
Maybe he can use the towel to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, thinking that might be better. A better use of
Either way, in the 99 options listed in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which everyone should read or watch the BBC series of, I'm sure there is 92 out of those 99 reasons why the towel would be handy in that particular situation.
Oh, no. Sorry, that's not what I'm laughing at. Oh, my God, that's not what I'm laughing at. Oh, sorry. No, Rico just showed me what the Trendane decal on the Mobiglass would look like.
Oh, gotta share it.
Oh, he's going to. Most
All right,
likely.
Rico, come on, we gotta see it.
Come on, Rico!
Rico!
You don't know Rico.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
That's it.
Day for Star Citizen
Come on, what do we got here?
Most premier TV, or not TV, radio station.
Perfect.
The base. You should check it out.
Yeah, Rico is the guy running the Star Citizen base radio show. That is epic. Can I put that on the stream?
Yeah, absolutely. Go
Put
for
that
it.
on the stream.
Yep.
Oh,
Sure.
Can I order one,
Rico,
please?
that's brilliant.
That's awesome. Give me a second. I'll put it on the thing.
That's awesome.
All those saying put it over her head, that is one of the options listed in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Again, read the fucking book.
But the question is, which head?
If I put it over my head, is she stupid
No.
enough to believe
Which of hers? Which
if
of hers?
But if I put it over my head,
Mm-hmm.
would she be stupid enough to believe she is from the school of if I can't see it, she can't see me?
No. If you put it over your head, she believes you'll never come.
Maybe.
Is that in the Hitchhiker's Guide?
No, that's in the Vandal Guide.
Yeah.
The guide to the Vandal Queen.
Oh,
The
42 nights with the Vandal Queen.
when oh god, when Bod first showed me these 2-minute videos and stuff, it kind of approached me very gingerly. You did about like and I was like, hang on, can't answer right now. Shitting myself laughing. I'm just like,
because he thought you were going to be offended. Right?
Yeah, and the first one with that one was, I was like, okay, yeah, that's kind of funny. Then he shows me the nipple one, and I lost it. I was like, I was trying to type back, and I couldn't see the keys anymore. I was starting to tear up because I was laughing so hard. I was like, I gotta wait. And I'm like, okay, all right, I'm okay. And I was gone again, and it just, fuck it, I'll wait. I'll talk to him tomorrow or something. So, next question.
Hey,
from Malefic Gamer. I understand you do not have all the answers, and I'm perfectly okay with you giving your opinions. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Do you think that there will be NPC Marine/Mercs available to hire for a boarding party?
Not it.
Okay, I'll answer this since I answered it, I think, 2 weeks ago or last week, something like that. My answer is an opinion is no, probably not. I think that whatever mercs you do hire you'll be able to use them defensively, like the people you hire for your ship to like crew it, the NPCs you hire to crew your ship as like gunners and things, they can help you defend it. But as for like hiring human shields essentially to use as like meat to take the onboard jizz cannons that people use to defend themselves, I don't think so. Like that's not gonna happen because I feel like that's kind of defeats the purpose of trying to steal a ship, or makes it a little too easy, I guess, to put something together to try and steal a ship. It doesn't make the cost of it as apparent. If that makes any sense. I think that if you're gonna try and steal somebody's ship, like you're gonna go through the trouble of not damaging the ship, leaving the ship undamaged enough so that it's actually, it's disabled, but it's not, completely unsalvageable. And then attaching yourself to the hull, busting through it, and getting onto the ship. I feel like it shouldn't be like you could just like throw out NPCs onto the ship to confuse the person or the people on that ship and be like, and then just come in and kill everyone. Like I feel like that shouldn't be possible. I feel like you should be if you want to make the commitment to steal somebody's ship, you have to be willing to pay a real price for that. That's just my thing.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, sounds good.
I don't know. I kind of agree with your point. I sort of think to myself, though, if you've got a crew of NPC people on the ship that you've got 2 connies, you've got each pilot's an actual player pilot, and then they've got 3 NPC crew, and one decides to board the other. How is there a disadvantage to one or the other if they're both relying on the same amount of NPCs to either defend or assault the other ship?
I just feel like I understand your point. I think I get it, but what I'm saying is that there should be some kind of defender's advantage in that sense. Like in the sense that if you are just defending yourself, it's okay to use NPCs. But I think that if you're going to actively try and steal somebody's ship, I feel like being able to use NPCs doesn't make the cost of that action high enough.
Unless the NPCs that you have are Titanfall skill level NPCs. In that case, they can zerg it with 30, and it still doesn't matter.
It doesn't make any difference.
Well, maybe you can pay to hire NPCs that have the capability of boarding, but you have to pay a hell of a lot more.
But then the question is, why would you not already have done that? I mean, then
the cost might be a factor. It may cost you so much per NPC that it's almost not worth it.
Right. It might be better
rather than just having friends that are real that would do it with you.
That's
I can understand that. I see where you're getting at, and I'm sort of running it in my mind. I'm trying to think, well, yeah, I can see why you just wouldn't want to swarm the other ship with just $10 NPCs and just let them all get killed, and hope they take a couple of the others out and then walk on and take the ship off them. I can see how you wouldn't want that.
I think in most cases, though, depending on the size of the ship, I mean, most ships, and we're talking constellation size and below, tackling them is not going to be the easiest task in the world. I mean, it's going to take precision, it's going to take luck, and it's going to take no critical hits in order to, fucking tackle it and make sure you can net it, and then you can start boarding it, and then maybe there's, 4 people inside.
Maybe.
You tackle an Idris, a larger ship, could take a hell of a lot more pounding, a lot higher chance that you could disable it before you kill it. But again, the risk again. Now you've got 10 people on board, and the more that we go up, the less likely it is the ship will blow up in the process of it being tackled, and then we're talking about higher number of people, and then we're talking about actual instances. But because remember, a 5v5 battle in Counter-Strike lasts no longer than 3 minutes, and 3 minutes is considered 2 minutes and 30 seconds of camping. So. Yeah. In Counter-Strike, there is no respawning. Just that's why I use that one as an example. I don't think that ship combat will take a hell of a lot more than a couple of minutes of shooting and fighting, because it literally is. The ship is tackled. They're not going to go anywhere. Even if you kill the people that are boarding, there might be 3 other ships waiting to board. So
yeah, you're still stuffed. You're screwed. Well. It's an interesting topic. I don't think any of us can really say either yes or no how it's going to work. But can I please just add that on the 10 for the chairman, he did actually announce that the second iteration of the dogfighting module was going to be multi-crewed ships, and it was going to be with boarding mechanics. So we'll know soon enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we know that, despite the fact that we don't have any answers right now, we know that at the top of their development.
Yeah, in my response, I completely ignored the fact that we were talking now.
Where were we?
Hopefully they take my suggestion into account
with who you love.
for the boarding mechanics.
More men in
No. Surprisingly enough, no.
Hold on, pause real quick. Sorry about the music, everybody. Twitch has got this new thing. When I go to my own channel, it automatically plays a commercial, and so it just played an entire commercial while you guys were talking. I am really sorry. That's my fault. I can't stop it. I literally have it muted, and it still plays it no matter what.
Surprisingly enough, no.
Frosted Flakes.
Yeah, sorry. Continue on. My bad.
No, what it was non-lethal methods for dealing with boarders. And I was thinking, you have somebody, they've just broken through your airlock or whatever, they're out in your cargo space, and they're trying to get through, and all these little nozzles, because you kind of mentioned jizz cannons. Well, this just sprays Instapack foam that just locks them down. Immediately it just locks up around them. And they can't, if you've ever been buried in sand, I don't mean lightly covered with sand like you would do on the beach. I mean buried you in sand. You can't generate any leverage to move. Nope. So there is no, I'll just reach down and grab my laser pistol and cut my way out of the foam. You can't move your damn arm. You can shoot one direction and you will bore a hole through the foam maybe, and it's like, well, this doesn't help me get out at all. What the hell,
What movie was that? They had that thing they could spray it on people's head.
It was sort of in Demolition Man.
Okay.
Yeah. It's their version of a airbag.
But they also had they had that in the new age police cars.
Yeah. Mm. And the difference in that was that it didn't heat up. Instapack foam we have right now does.
It's really hot.
And it gets very hot as it cures.
Judge Dredd, that's what it was.
No.
Yeah, they said it was
Demolition Man.
No, it was Demolition Man.
Oh, they said
Demolition
Judge Dredd.
Man.
I thought they had something in Judge Dredd that was like that.
No.
Not in the Stallone one.
No, not the Stallone one, the new one, the good one.
No, they didn't have anything.
Oh, okay.
No.
But they do one of the other non-lethal things that they have for restraint that we actually use now. We tried them for a while in LA. Is like this giant lycra, foam Velcro sleeve. It's neoprene, I think, but it's this gigantic sleeve they just wrap around somebody, just cocoons them. And you can't generate any leverage to move. You're just a freaking burrito, and they just lay you down on the ground. You are not going anywhere. It's like it's perfect. You don't
How
have
they
to worry
get
about.
around you?
They just have
huge.
two guys. They just run.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as being clotheslined by two guys running with a wire between them. It's
Yeah.
And it's a good
rope.
4 feet tall. Yeah. And you just Velcro it, and you
years
can't move.
Yeah.
But I fail to see how this large neoprene sheet is going to be of value in the tight quarters of a spaceship. But
No, that would
spray
just
foam
be,
would be.
Yeah, but no, the neoprene thing is only on. I know. The neoprene thing would only be after you've subdued them, after you've screwed them into submission and they don't want them. Next
But
question.
still, the foam
next question.
may cause one tiny issue, and this is what I was thinking of. Say you do throw these foam canisters in. As a defender, you can just leave them there, and it's fine. You can wait until you whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But as an attacker, you do it. You're basically sealing off the room. So you'd either still have to shoot your way through, or am I missing that here?
No. My suggestion is they weren't canisters. They're jets that are built into the ship.
So
that
they're
are in
defensive
the cargo
mechanisms.
space. Yes.
Okay.
But
Okay, like I
that-
said, as a defender's system, it makes sense because you could just leave the attackers there in limbo forever. But as an attacker, you're basically cordoning off a place that you're trying to get through anyway, so there's no real reason not to keep shooting.
Yeah.
And what happens if somebody makes a suit mod that has heats up or does something to allow you to get some leverage and get out?
Well, that was one of the things that in the course of the thread that we were talking about, because one of the guys said you can't just have an I win button for either side.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yes.
It should be a gigantic rock paper scissors, all the way around. And
Always.
I'm like, perfect, great. If they come up with, that Chris Roberts had said at one point, and it might have been last week's 10 for the chairman, where he said that boarding is not going to be that common, really. So it would not be unreasonable to assume that somebody might put this defensive module on board their ship. But the idea, we are approaching, as I said in the thread, we are approaching Batman utility belt levels of preparedness if you've got a ship to deal with, or a suit modification to deal with this thing. It's like,
Yeah. If you're that into just boarding and stealing ships, you've made enough investment that it's okay for you to get it.
Yeah, that's the reason why I brought up the subject again, that boarding is not going to be as straightforward as I have a net and that is a ship. No, it's going to take a lot of surgical precision, and capturing a fighter will probably be 10 times harder than having a massive force and capturing a much larger ship. Intact is the operative.
Yeah, that's going to be hard as hell. Keeping the fighter intact, using just energy weapons to disable it, and keeping it disabled long enough, so that the auto repair doesn't just make it so they can fly off again. You got to get it disabled and then quickly get in there and lock it down. You probably can't board like a Hornet. You're gonna have to tow it or something.
I have an idea for a weapon for that.
What's that?
It's basic. Well, kind of. It's a missile that you launch at the thing, and you launch it straight at the cockpit. And just as it's about to hit, the nose cone pops open, and it just sort of suction cup grapples the glass, and then it just starts drilling straight into where the pilot's at. As soon as it breaks through the glass and the spearhead punches through, the rest of the blades. Remember in the black hole, Disney's The Black Hole,
Yeah.
Maximilian.
Okay, I got it. Okay, I got it.
And
That's really cool.
Spaghetti the whole fucking pilot, and it's like mine. See a little Windex and replace that one.
You gotta. I think you have to tone it back a little, because I don't see how you come back from that. You don't. The mechanics.
It's only a scratch.
Windscreen wipers.
Only a flesh wound.
Well, I saw the funniest thing that I saw in video games today that I've seen in a very long time. Sorry, going completely off topic, but since we are talking about spaghetti, I saw someone playing Dark Souls 2, and he comes to the first area boss. I won't say what it is, but it's fight. He's fighting it, and he gets it down to half health. And this thing gets so fucking angry, it rips his own fucking arm off and uses it as a weapon to try and beat you to death with it. I thought it was brilliant. I mean, it's not the first time it's been used. It's been used in many things in movies and games and stuff, but love it.
Next question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the next question is from Zane. 1138, and the question is, how many bagels?
How many bagels?
42.
Bagels.
42.
42
Jesus.
bagels.
42 bagels, Zane.
Unless
'Cause,
they're
Are you talking
Like,
about
I mean-
Bengal carriers?
No, bagels.
Oh, bagels.
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 42 then, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, I mean
Bagels, yes, bagels.
Bagels.
I mean, Rico's already clarified he's 3.
We
But
jumped the shark.
if you can fit 42, damn baby. Shit.
Unless it's those gigantic Jewish everything bagels that you can get. I love those, but they're just like this big.
Love those or
I love those.
You know. Okay.
We're shark humping. Okay.
How
So
many
the next-
bagel carriers for 42 bagels?
So the next question from Cyberwolf74
Mm-hmm.
is in 10 for the chair this week. I almost said Catherine Ray. CR said that eventually we will have first person shooting boarding in the D. There are so many freaking acronyms in this thing. CR said that we'd have FPS boarding in the DFM. You guys can fucking translate them. I don't care. So you think? Wow. How do you think we'll prevent people from just kamikazing both ships while you're actually boarding?
You
How
can't.
do you?
Can't.
You
That's
just can't.
again. Boarding is not easy. You can't just prevent people from blasting you to pieces while you're
And
trying to board another ship.
I really
It's a risk.
wouldn't start boarding while there's still people shooting at
Exactly.
you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
I-
not a good
yeah.
idea.
It'd be like
Yeah, I
hitting
think-
a guy with glasses on.
Bring in escorts as well.
Yeah.
That you're trying to take over a ship.
It's although they've said that in the dogfighting module with the multi-crewed ships that you will be able to do boarding. I just don't think it's going to happen. When you've got 6 or 7 other constellations flying around in the same part of space, all shooting at each other, I don't think you're going to have a chance to do it
Now
if you
here's-
survive long enough.
I think the only way that you could do it is if you leave one intact, but its engine's completely fucked. There's 4 of you alive and only 1 of it. Then maybe. But if there's no mechanic for it, you're gonna shoot it anyway. So who the
That's when you need a wet towel.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a wet towel
Yeah.
on your
Hand-to-hand combat.
Mm-hmm.
The really, I have a question though about this specifically as it relates to the dogfighting module. I mean, yeah, Chris Roberts said that he will have. CR said that he'll have FPS boarding in the DFM, but how does that work in instant arena combat? Like, what's the point of boarding somebody's ship when
I think-
it's just a simulation?
I think purely for this iteration of the dogfighting module, it's just for testing. I don't think it's going to be specifically there as a
Sure.
staple combat.
But how
Okay.
does it come about? Like, what circumstances bring about an opportunity to board another ship, and why would you want to do that rather than just quitting and going to play another game?
To practice.
It's like
Oh.
the ultimate humiliate. It's like teabagging.
Teabagging.
Oh yes,
It's taking the
Fastest in
time
teabag.
out of your day to not press the trigger and blow up the ship, but to actually park your ship right next to it, extend your docking module, and thrust away.
Penetrate that sucker.
We always get back to sex on this show, and I'm not quite.
I would like it
Yeah.
known for the record that I had nothing to do with that this
Yeah,
time.
I know, right?
Noted.
You're the newlywed core. That's probably your fault. Mm-hmm.
Well said.
Bobbity booby.
Bibbidi-bobbidi.
Hey.
Yay.
Substitutionary locomotion.
All right.
It's a different incantation completely. So, next question is from Malefic Gamer. The Connie has a max crew of 4, but there are 6 available positions to be manned. 1 pilot, 2 co-pilot, 2 gunners, and a PS2 gamer. P52 gamer. Looked like
Well,
an
I
S.
think it'll be P-52 pilot.
P-52 gun.
Why do you think this was set up for 4 rather than 6?
Because the 2 co-pilots go to the gunner sheets.
That's right.
It's been stated before.
There we go. Well, it's just because it was stated before. Somebody in the audience might not know.
No. I was just, making sure that if someone was to ask, where has that been? Well, it was stated.
Very good.
And that's very true. Yeah, I will be back to sex talk soon enough. I can never seem to stay away for very long. The next question from Cyberwolf, question-o-matic, is in this week's 10 for the... Okay, sorry. It was almost exactly the same as it was written before.
Yeah, I read that. I read that one. I was like, what happened?
Here's the difference. Okay. Yeah. Chris Roberts discussed that players' actions, especially the big ones, the big players or the big actions,
big players are easy to follow.
Followed by the game devs and will become part of the ongoing game lore. How will this be reported, do you think? Just a web page like EVE does, or will they create NPCs that talk about it in-game, or maybe a TV announcement on the net?
I'm going to answer this question.
Or maybe all of the above.
Yep.
Yeah, I think really it's going to be, there's probably going to be a website, but I think it's going to be like, there's definitely going to be, for your mobile glass, you'll have like news updates for what's going on in the galaxy. There's in-system radio stations. We know about those. Those are a thing. So people will be, there'll definitely be news updates on stuff that you get. You just tune into your radio station while you're flying through a system, be like, hey, what's going on? And so, yeah, that's, and all the stuff will also be added to the Galactopedia, so you can view it on a regular website, on the Robert Space Industries website at any time. So, yeah.
Next one from Jirusin is what?
I like this question.
Oh. Do you think that a future reward will be a misspelled Babelfish or for our tanks?
Love it. That should be like the 45
would
million.
Never survive there. It would never survive there.
It needs to go in our ear.
Yeah, I know that, but it lives in a tank until you put it in your ear. Remember, he had like a Babelfish dispenser. It was like a little fish tank. You pushed the button, the Babelfish came out, and he put it in his ear.
I don't think it is that, but it never specified whether that was in regular water or like ear canal fluid. As disgusting as that sounds.
I don't know. We've lost the Stakas feed.
He ran clearly.
He's sort of stuck mid-motion. You know what it is?
He's
a dingo is coming for his baby.
Okay. Is it just me? Is it?
Yeah, you're frozen.
Yes.
And you sound
in a run.
You sound like you're transmitting from the 1930s.
All right. Woo! Should I maybe try rejoining the call or what?
Oh, there you go.
No, there you go.
Or is that going to screw up the page?
You're out of sync audio visual wise, but you're back.
You're back.
I can't hear anything now.
Oh
no, now you're fine. Okay. You're perfectly fine.
But he can't hear us.
Can you hear?
I reckon the Babelfish is going to be the mystery object.
Oh, the
No, I
Babelfish
couldn't
will
hear
be
you
the mystery
before.
object.
Everyone else is sort of just...
Your picture was frozen. You were like in a running motion. I was like, yeah, a dingo came for his baby.
Yeah, it's drop bear trying to steal my internet.
The drop bears are outside your window eating eucalyptus and internet cables. All right.
Yeah.
So, do we think there will be a future reward like a Babelfish?
Would love it.
That'd
It should be in the fish tank, yeah.
That would be awesome.
It would just be like a Plecostomus that just stuck there.
They've already got like a Plecostomus thing, which is a lot of fun to watch, but maybe it was in the fish tank and it's like its own little thing, like you keep a beta fish kind of separate, and then you hit a button and it slides out and you can insert it in your ear. That would be killer.
Yes.
Especially if you grab the wrong fish.
Yeah, you put the Plecostomus.
Grab like a lionfish in there, just
yeah, and then you're done.
Yeah. Okay.
Cora's over here arguing with people in the chat. What are you doing, Cora? They're calling Cora hippie.
And I hope.
But I know.
You're a hippie, Harry. So from Sneaky Pete, my first time on the show, so I'm not sure what has been asked, but do you think personal reputation will play a key role, and will it affect your ability to smuggle Smurfs? I mean, items. Core, do you want to take this?
Cora can't laugh because I think Perfekt just got banned or blocked or something.
Fuck you, Mubot. I can talk in caps if I want. I'm an exuberant person.
So say that question again, Core, because I think Core missed it. He was laughing.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Oh, and you were too busy laughing. You were on full output, not intake.
Yeah.
So Sneaky Pete said it's my first time on the show, so I'm not sure whether this has been asked or not. Do you think personal reputation will play a key role, if any, and will it affect your ability to maybe smuggle items?
Yes,
yeah.
do believe so, because your reputation will affect on how the UEE, or at least authorities, will treat you in regards to whether they'll quickly scan your ship or whether they'll say, hey, that is a known smuggler frame type ship and you don't have that great a reputation. They'll probably, spend a little bit more time checking out whether or not you're smuggling stuff and stuff like that. So reputation definitely comes to factor in how quickly also the UEE will come and kick your ass if you do get it.
Fair enough. And welcome to the show, Sneaky Pete. You're going to be a Star Citizen pretty soon, I know it. Because I know you're into the EverQuest Next with me, but at some point you're going to be buying a ship and going into debt.
Ooh, I'm going to close that right now.
What?
Rico sent me a picture of what he figures the Vandal Queen's.
No, let's not put that one on there.
No.
No, we're going to skip that one over.
Yeah, we are. Okay, Core can have it all, but just. Well,
but he's sending you all these private messages. I'm not involved in this.
I'm just maybe he doesn't want to ruin your sex life until it's time. So the next question is from Donalo. Almost said Donatello, but that's not quite right. I got turtles on the brain. Will Zerging be a problem in the Star Citizen galaxy? If so, how do you think Star Citizen could address Zerging?
Space Marines. Or Protoss.
With Zealots?
With Zealots, yeah.
Zealot Stalkers.
We got a bunch of Zealot Stalkers, little Void Rays. Void Rays are confirmed, because we're going to have beam weapons. Anyway, I think he's asking, what if Core's sitting out there all by himself in his Idris, playing classical music, minding his own business, and 85,000 ships appear and shoot him up dead?
Well, first of all, the instancing system is going to break it down and make sure that there will only be 100 ships in the instance shooting
all
at me at the
coming
same
for
time.
Core, yeah.
At the end of the day, there's not really much you can do about Zerging. If the enemy has more people and more ships, unless you are truly that skilled to kill all of them without taking damage round after round after round after round, then you will eventually just, die.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain it.
No, you're fine. I was just looking at another picture somebody posted.
That's fine. I'm actually answering the question, so.
Yeah, I agree.
Somebody's got to.
Somebody's got to.
The instancing will contain 100 ships, so.
The next question from Yoko Rose is for Geekdomo.
Oh, boy.
Will Geekdomo Jr. be going into the family business of streaming?
He's asking that because today, I usually don't let my kids run around behind me, but I told them today because they really wanted to come and say hi on the stream I was doing, my daughter and my son. And my son wants to get into streaming. My daughter wants to do YouTube review videos. Now, she's 6, and it's so incredibly cute. She takes her DS and puts the DS on the ground and puts her camera right on next to the DS and records a full let's play of a DS game talking into the top of the camera, and it's so incredibly cute. But neither one of them are 13 yet, so I can't get in their own YouTube channel, so I got to figure out some way to do it. But yes, at some point I'll have my son. He'll sit here next to me and we'll play some games together. So we'll figure out something.
I'll check with YouTube and see if they would allow it if you're curating while they're doing it.
Yeah, it could be my other. I could make a secondary channel and they could do that. So there's your question. So yes, that's the plan, Yoko. They want to get in the family business.
The next question is from Vorwolf13, who says, if there is social interaction between players' avatar... Are you okay, Perfect?
What happened to Perfect now?
I don't know.
Read the question.
Okay.
This one? This question?
I think I'll grab a drink before you finish this question.
Okay.
All right, I'll answer for you, Core.
If there's social interaction between players' avatars, will they be able to have sex? And if so, will there be a HUD for it? preferably involving crosshairs and an energy bar.
Good question. An excellent question. I don't think they'll go to that level of detail, but they are doing full body scans of the actors and actresses. Now, whether they're completely nude or not, I doubt. But maybe there will be a mod coming at some point down the road that will allow that. Who knows? This is a good. Chris Roberts is supporting all kinds of mods in this game, and look at Skyrim. That's got full-on sex scenes now. So, yeah.
I don't. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, go. Go.
Okay, I'll go. All right, so there will not be sex. I guarantee you there will be cyber sex because it's a game, and therefore people will be having cyber sex. MMO. And there will be no HUD for it, I guarantee you.
Probably no HUD, no.
If there was, there should definitely be crosshairs and an energy bar.
And it should be Oculus Rift supported.
Absolutely. Oculus Rift support.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. See,
Yep.
surprisingly enough, I'm completely on the other side. Well, it's not surprising that I'm on the other side of the fence, but with the HUD thing, not possible. Now, Domo, I remember way back when you were showing the body models that they had.
Beautiful, right?
Some of them. Well, no, they were all pretty beautiful.
Pretty beautiful people.
I mean, I can recognize the physical beauty. It's just I'm not interested in
Well, not the boobs, but there was a pretty stacked dude.
It's still a very pretty girl. Very
there
much
was there was
so,
that big black guy.
well, believe me, I know.
Yeah.
But anyway,
he was packing some heat.
The problem is that the concept of crosshairs, there were no hairs. They were completely manscaped. They were nice and smooth, which I personally prefer a little bit of fur on my guys, but that's fine.
Well, the one curly-haired guy had fur. He had a little bit of chest hair.
A little bit, but
I
they
think
weren't.
the reason they did that is
there weren't crosshairs down there, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying. And there certainly wasn't any energy bars. Don't eat during sex. I'm just telling you. Especially most energy bars, like a granola bar.
Yeah.
You get crumbs everywhere. No energy bars during sex.
He speaks from experience, people.
Absolutely. And don't do it in a swimming pool either. I don't care whether the gravity's on or not.
Gravity off in the swimming pool would be dangerous.
No, it does not work. Now,
It works,
off
it's just-
people during sex.
That can be amazing.
Oh, there was somebody putting some links up? I didn't realize that. So thanks for whoever grabbed him and kicked him out.
And for the people saying that it's a new use for Oculus Rift,
No,
it's not.
No, they was one of the first
A1.
things they had. That Japanese simulator mod where you could grab girls' boobs wearing the Oculus Rift. Oh, we lost the Stakas this time.
Oh no.
It's
It's coming back. I think it's coming.
So the next question from Donalo is, if you own a Constellation, will it be possible to leave the Merlin in the hangar for more cargo space? What? Oh,
the little snub nose fighter, snub fighter, whatever.
I would think that if it were not in the hangar, that it would be okay.
It doesn't take enough cargo space.
I think it
anyway.
means in your actual hangar, as in you.
Oh,
take a
gotcha.
Constellation out.
Okay,
But
right.
that's not
That's
usable
right.
cargo space. It's not like
Yeah, it's not. That's what I was about to say. It's not like it's not just sitting in the back, right? It's literally built into the underside of the ship,
right.
right? So
Maybe it is possible to rip out the entire underside of the ship and just fit more cargo in there. We don't know because we haven't seen the Constellation variants.
no, we have not.
It's likely to be a variant, I'd imagine, without the P-52.
Or maybe one with 5.
And they're redesigning it as well, so
Just
maybe it'll
stuck all
redesign it and
over
make
it.
it easier.
Hey, Stakas, welcome back.
Like a revolver. You just shoot
Yeah.
off.
The barrel just rotates to the next one.
Yeah, because the redesign is putting the cargo space at the back, isn't it? So it'd probably be the ship maybe will exit out the back in the new redesign that we haven't seen yet. But
Well, we haven't seen it yet. We have not seen
Exactly.
the design.
You use the P-52s as harpoons that we talked about, and then you just reel it in.
Good idea.
Next question from Yoko Rose, also on the subject of family. Have you tried to get any family members into Star Citizen?
No, my wife just isn't into it. She's not into Space Sims at all. She's a gamer, but she just isn't. She's not going to get into it, I don't think.
My brothers are really into Space Sims, but they don't have time anymore because they're married with kids, so
Yeah.
they don't have time for that anymore.
Well, by the time this comes out, their kids will be in college anyway. So,
If Chris Roberts has anything to say about it.
Yeah. Well, actually, they will be. By the time this comes out, how old will they be? My oldest niece, will be 5, and my youngest niece will be 2, and my nephew will be 3, and my other as of yet unknown gendered niece nephew will be 1 and a half.
One-ish.
One-ish, something one-ish.
core family.
I have a wife. Let me see. Is there anyone in my family that... Family, not so much. I got a bunch of friends, though, but, I think I can't convince my wife to play Star Citizen. She is into it, but now she's like vaporware. Fuck that shit. Get out of here.
I think your wife could probably get in. She's a gamer, isn't she?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
And I think her brother, so my in-law, also is interested in playing the game. But other than that, no family.
15-minute warning, guys.
Bob.
I think the only gamer in my family really is my dad, and he's currently over 200 days stuck into Skyrim playing the mods. He's attached where he's building NPCs, so maybe in the future if there's with the mod system, maybe.
There'll be a lot of mods in this game, probably.
Yeah.
Stakas.
You can't hear us anymore.
You're stuck.
All right, never mind that.
Sorry, you talking to me?
Yes.
Yes.
Have you convinced any family members?
I don't have any family members that are worth convincing. No. I've got a very, very small family. The only person that's even remotely in the age bracket that might even consider it is my sister, and if it doesn't have lipstick, then I don't think she's interested. So,
the freelancer looks like a lipstick dispenser.
yeah. But my dad's a bit of a computer Nazi when it comes to things like video games. In his eyes, computers are for business, not for games, and that's it. So
you can't kill a spider with a computer. So
yeah, so no, if I had someone that was interested or might be interested in it, I'm sure I could probably sway them to it. But no family members at all. A lot of my friends, though, I've got them interested.
Close enough.
They blame me.
Good. So next, from Donalo, since Chris said that the next run of funding gold rewards will be physical items, are we done with the arbitrary reward system? Is Star Citizen satisfied for now with the amount of new Star System ships, etc., that they have in the game?
We were talking about this earlier, how they're pretty much running out of stuff to put in.
Yep. So yeah, I think they are. I think now it's just getting more arbitrary, to be honest. Like freaking whatever. What is it? Like a bobblehead, a plant. That's about as arbitrary as you can get. Really, it's about enhancing the game and just continuing the funding for the title. And yeah, so they're just gonna keep going, and they definitely aren't gonna put new star systems in, and they're not expanding the size of the universe or anything like that at this point. They're already building out. What was it, 50 ships? Did he say on the last 10 for the chairman?
Yep.
50 ships.
They might have to do something physical at this point. Like they might have to, they got the wall for the subscribers going up.
Yeah.
Maybe they could do just a huge decal with everybody's name who's ever donated, like running down the hallway of the place. You've been there, Trendane, right?
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
just something
Austin,
like that.
not
Yeah, the Austin
outside.
office. Just something where it's just, next goal is this, because honestly, adding more to this game at this point just delays it and makes it more convoluted.
Okay.
All right.
From Yoko Rose, with the way Star Citizen is showing ships off as if they were cars, which kind of makes sense, what would your thoughts be on if they added some type of way to have a used shipyard? Goodbye, Stakas.
Bye, Stakas. Welcome back.
Welcome back, Stakas.
Yeah, we talked about this a long time ago, so it'd be great if we talked about it again, because it's been a while. I think it's a great idea because it would be cool to go up to like Crazy Eddie's used car sales, or used ship sales. And you could buy like rust bucketed, beat it up. Man, they did talk about today. Chris Roberts did say in the Timber Chairman that yesterday that the ships are going to get kind of used and they're going to look like used cars after a while. That you'll be able to get them cleaned, but they're going to be kind of beaten up and scratched.
They will never be factory showroom again
until like they bought it. So there is a pretty good reason that there could be a used place and they're just all these beat up old ships. That'd be fun.
There was someone who wrote a story about a guy who keeps going to a kind of like a used spaceship lot. God, who was that? I think it was Stakas, actually.
Said what now?
He wrote a story in his where he's like every day he walks past this kind of used spaceship lot thing and he sees a Hornet Ghost in the back, and
maybe I want to get that.
Maybe.
The only thing that I'm wondering, right, and this covers more or less into the insurance thing, say I buy a new ship and it's all shiny and sparkly, and I blow it the fuck up. Does the insurance company give me a brand new one, or do they give me a shitty used one?
Probably a new one.
Probably a new one.
Or they give you money then for the new one.
But then the question is, why would I ever, if I was going to sell it, not just wait until it gets blown up so that when I sell it, looks like it just came out of the factory, because it did.
I don't know.
And we haven't even talked about selling or anything. I've never even heard a word about.
Yeah, we don't know how the player economy is even going to work.
Yeah.
Now.
With the fact that you can insure ships and get them back as frames, we have to keep in mind that you're not really selling like a single frame of a ship, which,
anybody can get.
Yeah. So what you're selling is you're really, I wouldn't know really how to express it, but you're selling the frame that you have, like for instance the frame of an Aurora. But it's useless without insurance. So maybe it's going to come down to insurance premiums and stuff like that that might actually define how the prices for ship frames are going to actually measure out and come into the economy, because maybe the insurance, and this is why LTI was such a hot topic back in the day and still is a very controversial topic now. How is how are these insurance premiums going to actually affect the frame of the ship down the line? Like, for instance, if someone who used this Hornet never actually blew it up but had it in his care for 6 months, does the person who buy that frame have to pay less for their insurance?
That's a good point. Not quite sure.
Who knows?
It's all kind of hypothetical at this point.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. All right, we only got 6 minutes, guys. So
we're getting towards rapid fire thing. This next one's easy, and it's probably for you, there, Mr. Domu.
Okay.
And that is from Lisa 1162. What ship is in next week's drawing?
I think we're doing an Aurora next week, right?
Aurora.
SgtStakas? Is it it's Stakas' call? So.
Yeah.
Aurora.
Yep. Next week is an Aurora, right?
Aurora. All right, we're giving away an Aurora next week, Lisa.
Sorry, Aurora. Yes,
no, that's a Chewbacca. We're not giving away a Chewbacca next week.
Wow, easiest question, and we're wasting like minutes on it. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. From Minty64, does the lore behind the Vandal really cover those kinds of things?
Yes.
Resounding yes.
The fact that everybody said yes.
We don't even know what the things are. We're just like yes.
Oh my god, that's awesome. Chris Olivier is rolling over in his grave right now. What are you doing to my creation? Okay, from Smogfire. Not to be confused with Smaugfire. Will ships have self-destruct to defeat or cost dearly attempted takeovers?
Yeah, but you're going to pay in the process.
They've talked about saying that they're not going to use self-destructs. Just as a way to, if someone is truly taking over your ship, if you have a kill button, a self-destruct button, that would be unfair to the person taking over or stealing your ship. So there will be no self-destruct thing.
I
He
think
did mention something about a dead man switch, though.
this is what I'm thinking it's gonna be. It's if the power on your ship is still active, you can use it as sort of a deterrent to hold people off. Be like, I'm going to blow up my ship if you try and board it, you know. But if somebody's already gotten on your ship, like they've already like used their ion cannons or whatever to depower your ship, like, and dude, that kill switch is going to be ineffective.
But there should be a very high cost. Even if they come up with a mechanic like this, there should be a very high cost. As in, maybe your character doesn't respawn for 4 hours, or maybe, you don't get your ship back for an entire week because you were so reckless with it. Whatever they do with it, the price better be dear. Because when you do this, you are literally playing Scorched Earth. And it is a griefing tactic. It is no longer a valid strategy. It is pure griefing at that point.
Right. I think that if you're gonna make the choice to blow up your ship, like, you really gotta like hate the people who are trying to board and take over your ship and be willing to pay the price.
All right. Sorry to interrupt, guys. We have speed round at this point. We just have to like really quick 1 or 2 word answers for the rest of these questions. We have a bunch. Sorry.
From Yoko Rose, when Gunship won the vote for the next great starship, what did you think it was going? Wait. Did you think it was going to be a ship that was just about guns and was going to drop ships too? As Gunships to me is all about firepower and not dropping off troops.
I saw A-10 Warthog. That's what I saw.
I saw big guns, very little ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Next.
Warwolf 13. If it becomes cheaper to hire NPCs than it is to buy ammunition, maybe due to the local space attrition, local in-space attrition, whatever that thing, would it be game-breaking for CIG to release a people cannon, and it would be considered cheating for you to get your friends to log in for additional ammo?
Sure. Okay, people cannons. I love it. Shoot it at somebody else's window. Hopefully it'll do some damage.
Yes.
Just grab onto it as you're going by. Scratch the glass. Okay, from Ursa Major, shipboarding. Do you guys want it Rainbow Six style or Planet Side?
Planet Side.
Rainbow Six.
Okay.
Planet Side.
Planet Side. For sure.
From Warwolf. The question is, how the will you board a fighter?
By shooting somebody out of a cannon. Go.
Okay. From Sile, how much of an impact on the game do you think large organizations will have, such as Pact, Imperium, Goons, and Lamp?
Core, one word.
No, hold on. Pact is not an organization. Lamp is technically not fully an organization. Goons are more than one group. The Goonrathi are only one group of the people that came from Something Awful, so that you're talking about an entire community there. And the same thing goes for Imperium. It's not just one entity, and that is why large organizations is a wrong categorization there. I did not actually answer your question, so carry on.
Okay. From Juru Sin, have Perfekt describe Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Can't do it.
Okay, I can describe PBR, physically based rendering, really quickly now.
Go.
Okay, so instead of using actual texture, like when you have normal textures, you'll need to map. You'll have to use multiple diffuse textures and specular maps for each part of those objects. But what you can do with PBR is just create one texture, say this is leather and this is steel or whatever, and you can just use a refractive index to define how light bounces off stuff. So really, PBR is all about how light bounces off stuff, and it's about using materials so that you can cut down on stuff in game.
Right, it makes it faster to render. And looks better.
And it looks better.
Next.
From ZetaKaos. This has already been kind of asked and answered in the other thing, but I'll ask the question anyway. Will the PvP in Star Citizen be optional only for those who only wish to focus on gathering and manufacturing?
Yes.
Sort of.
Well,
It'll
if
be
you stay around Terra.
Optional. Yeah.
Yeah, you can choose to avoid it.
You can choose to avoid it, yeah.
Depends on what space you're in and how far your PvP slider is set up and down. All right, go.
From Mr. Stompy. Is Core sponsored by Coke? If so, how many cans does he consume a day to keep up with the advertising rights?
At least 100.
The answer is yes, and not until I get home. So this is my second.
And
42.
from final question from Warwolf13: how many death threats do you think Chris Robert gets from people who paid $3,000 for an Idris on the gray market if it turns out that you can easily afford one in game after a few days or weeks?
42.
0, because those people deserve it. If you paid $3,000 for an Idris on the gray market, like if you
Did you do that, Corey?
if you pay,
I did not pay $3,000.
Oh, you're just pointing at yourself. So I was like,
No,
he
I was
kind of
like,
shrugging.
if you could pay for an Idris, go for it. Take that. You do that in the idea that you're actually supporting the game development more than
no, you're supporting somebody's eBay. At that
right.
point.
If you're paying somebody $3,000 for an Idris, you're stupid. I'm sorry, but not really.
All right, perfect. We're done. All right, everybody, let's go around the room real quick and talk about our channels, and we'll get the hell out of here. Go ahead, Mr. Stakas.
Yep. So I'm on. I was about to say I'm on Facebook. I am on Facebook, but it's my personal account. No, Twitch, SgtStakas, Twitter, at SgtStakas, and also please follow and support our bearded friends and the warriors and touch people in places. 42, Trendane.
All right, Mr. Perfekt Nerd.
I am on. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Perfekt Nerd. You can actually just follow us, all of us, at the team. If you actually click on the bearded warriors at the top of the channel that you're watching right now, you can follow all of us. That'd be lovely. You can find me on Twitter at Perfekt Nerd, and you can find me on YouTube at Perfekt Nerd as well. I'm everywhere like that.
Cool.
That's it.
Or
yes, I am the Core of Existence. You can find me everywhere as the Core of Existence. I have my own Twitch channel. I should be streaming every night, except for the last week I've been having technical issues. My wife came home, then I got sick, so I've been off for almost an entire week, and I apologize for that. I will be back Thursday with Titanfall and Dark Souls, because fuck you, Europe. I can't stream the games that aren't goddamn released yet. So, back Thursday, and I'll be here every goddamn night from then on.
playing some Titanfall.
Playing Titanfall, playing Dark Souls 2.
Maybe I'll play with you.
I'll definitely be doing some 24-hour stuff this weekend as well.
Wow.
And I will hopefully be able to overlap everything that I can with you, Joe.
No, it'd be good. Let's work that out. I stream every morning, so. All right, go ahead, Bod.
Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Bod699. Pretty much.
Everywhere?
Easiest way. Yeah.
Alrighty. Trendane? Everywhere.
Trendane everywhere.
Mm-hmm. There we go. And I'm Geekdomo, and I'm everywhere too as Geekdomo. Thanks everyone for coming tonight. I do stream every single day, pretty much, for Twitch, and most of the videos that we do go up on YouTube within the next day or so after we get done. I'm starting my Q&A tomorrow, so if you guys have any questions and answers, send them to geek@geekdomo.com. That's my email address. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks everyone for coming. Thanks for all the new followers. I really, really appreciate it. Back next week. Watch my shows. You'll get the Domo coins. I got to figure out a way we could do the Domo coins on the Bearded Warriors channels too, because that way it'll all work together for the same kind of pool of people for giveaway stuff, you know. So they could watch your channel get Domo coins, they could watch my channel get Domo coins.
We'll work it out.
We'll work it out. All right, everybody. So thanks again. Love you. We'll see you all next week. Back in the verse. And thanks again, the raid for the raid. All right.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, peoples.